Boom! What is going on, everybody? I'm Azza Whitnell. This is Azza World Sport. And of course, the Europa League Week 3, there's only one place to start at the English teams, and that is at Old Trafford, where we have finally seen the true arrival of Paul Pogba. It was a weird game because United were good, but they also didn't really get out of second gear the whole time as well. But they played some beautiful football. So it does show the strength in depth when you consider they only kept 4 players in the team that played against Liverpool. Pogba being one of them, scored 2 goals. And I think what United did with the penalties, which, shocking defending from Fenerbahce. Don't know what the defenders were thinking. Beautiful balls from Michael Carrick and Juan Mata, showing again their class. Again, I've said Carrick should be in the team, and I think he proved it. But it is tough at the moment. Who do you put in that United midfield? Carrick, Herrera, Pogba, Mata all deserve to be in that team at the moment because they're, based on the last couple of weeks, all 4 of them have started to put in really good performances. For me, the 2 standouts are Herrera and Mata because they seem to be more consistent. Pogba is still developing though. Jose Mourinho made some very good points about the fact that he's come from the Italian league, which is a very different league to the Premier League. You have to deal with a different kind of intensity, less touches on the ball. So you've got to give him time. And you've got to remember, he's only 23. Think about when he signed Didier Drogba at Chelsea, Jose Mourinho. At the end of Drogba's first season, people were saying, why did you spend £25 million on this player who's done not a lot? He scored like 15 goals that season, but someone who hasn't done that much. And Jose said, judge him when he leaves the club. And that's what I think people need to do with Pogba. Give him time to grow, and as long as he gets played in the right position and give him the freedom to do what he does best, he will become a world-class player. Obviously, you'd already expect that because he's the world's most expensive. But hopefully, you can see where I'm going with it. But truly fantastic in terms of the way that he took his goals. I liked what they did with the penalties because Rooney being the captain, if he had scored both of them, or if he had taken the penalties and scored, he would only be 1 behind Ruud van Nistelrooy as Manchester United's all-time leading European top goal scorer. But instead, it shows the class of Rooney being the captain. I know that some people are saying that he's not on penalties, but as a captain, you still obviously get the say. If you feel like you want it, you're the captain, you get it. And he's a striker as well, so you kind of expect him to want to. But Pogba needs some confidence booster. Anthony Martial needs a confidence booster. So to give them the penalties, great bit of captaincy, well organised by Manchester United, did them both the world of good. Then, obviously, United scored 2 absolute belters. Firstly, through Paul Pogba after the layback from Rooney. Wonderful strike. And hopefully from this point on, we will start to see more goals like that from Paul Pogba. And then Jesse Lingard in the second half. And I really like how Jesse Lingard is developing under Jose Mourinho. Obviously, Louis van Gaal gave him his chance last season to really come into the first team. But this year, we're seeing some amazing movement from him off the ball. And he is taking his chance as well in terms of when he plays, he does put in some pretty good performances. So, United actually have a very, very good young attacking team. When you look at the likes of Rashford in the team, Pogba, Martial, Lingard, all exciting players. Memphis Depay, who isn't getting much of a look in at the moment, but there is still class there. It just needs a bit more time to obviously show that after a difficult time. But there's some really exciting talent there. They've just obviously got Timothy Fonsu-Mensah on a longer contract. That's going to be great for the club because he looks awesome whenever he plays. So it's an exciting future for United. There's some good young players there for Jose to really build a successful team over the coming years. But obviously it's going to take time. As for Fenerbahce, it wasn't the best performance in the world, but it was awesome to see Robin Van Persie back on English turf, playing at his old club, Manchester United. What a great reception he got as well. And obviously he deserves it because of that amazing first season he had at Old Trafford, especially scoring all the goals that pretty much won them the Premier League. Obviously the winner in the Manchester derby, that amazing hat-trick against Aston Villa, including that spectacular volley, which I believe has now been voted as the best Premier League goal ever. So, absolutely, I think it was by professionals. So, truly awesome. And obviously when he did score and get his tap in, it was great to see Old Trafford give him a standing ovation for what he's done for the club. So, it was great to see Robin Van Persie back. But a good win for Manchester United. Something that they really needed after the last couple of weeks, where obviously they got that frustrating draw at home to Stoke. And then obviously the well-organised defensive display at Liverpool, but shocking attacking display at Liverpool. So, something that United needed in that sense. Moving on to Southampton. Oh, man, their unbeaten run comes to an end. Great finish by Cordova. But I did feel for Southampton. It was a tight game. Charlie Austin obviously missing. Great chance in the final few minutes. Good save from the keeper. Fantastic support from Southampton, though. Only a couple of years ago, they were in League One. Now they're playing away at the San Siro. Even if it is the Europa League, this is what I love. Stories like this. Where a couple of years ago, they were struggling in the lower leagues. They're now playing at one of the cathedrals of world football, the San Siro, against one of the biggest teams in the world. And I know Inter aren't the Inter of old, but they are still one of the biggest teams in the world. So it was great to see the 7,000 fans that went and supported them at the San Siro. I don't think that this is the end for Southampton. I still fully expect them to qualify through their group. And kind of like Leicester in the Champions League, I'm excited to see where Southampton can go because Puel seems to be getting them to playing some really nice football. So they face Manchester City on the weekend. I think they'll go there with motivation and no fear after their recent results. And when you look at the City's recent results as well, they shouldn't really have a reason to fear them. I think Charlie Austin, as I said, it's great to see him in the form that he's in. Tadic is playing brilliantly. So yeah, go on the Saints. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, that pretty much sums up all of the action from the English side of things, from the Europa League. Please comment below. Let me know, what do you make of Paul Pogba this week? What are your major talking points from the two games the English teams were in? Out of the teams in the Champions League, who would you like to see them face in the knockout stages? Because I'm being bold here. I'm predicting both teams are going through. But yeah, comment below. Let me know. As always, I'm Azza Whitnell, and this is Azza Sport, your place for wildlife, adventure, and sport. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon.